Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much, man. We've seen too much. We've been through too much. We are experiencing too much. God done revealed himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. This your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim. SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone, tomorrow's never promised. So all you have is right now, this moment. And I hope you're fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word. Now that you're done, what are you thinking? You feel me? Now that God has gotten you to your day of destiny, what are you thinking after your account of your experience? You know what I mean? When you on God's time, and I mean he's gonna put you in the right place at the right time with the right people. And when you're on divine timing, you're gonna see things come together in a way where it's not forced. You're not even gonna be understanding what's going on. I'm telling you, because in my moment, y'all, I was in that studio walking around just like, wow, I was touching the walls, just looking at the furniture, just all the equipment, the smell, just the sounds, the speakers, all the screens, y'all, just being able to be back in front of a microphone and really be able to express myself. It was really a surreal moment. And I promise y'all, like, I was so nervous, I was calm. If that makes sense. It was like I had so many thoughts, emotions, and feelings that I just was still, you know what I mean? And then when I got up in there, I was able to just kind of feel like a kid again at the playground and just play, just run, just jump, just flip, just have fun and care not about what's going on outside of those four walls. You know what I'm saying? I was able to just surrender to the experience and let God have his way and have his will. And guess what? The people that were there, it was divine. They were supposed to be there. And it felt so good to have my close friends and my real family present in the process of me having my breakthrough moment and experience. And it was beautiful because at the end of it, like I say, I'm nervous and I'm in my head and I know how I want to sound and how I need to sound. And I'm expecting things to be completed like on the first day, you know what I'm saying? But once I got past all that and I just looked around and I started asking people like, what you think, you know? Tell me what you think. And everybody was floored. Like even my manager, he was like, bro, he was like, I didn't understand what I was walking into. He said, but once I sat there and I watched and I listened to you, he was like, I get it now. I get it. He was like, this is bigger than what I thought. Like, this is a real thing. And it just inspired him, like I say, to just start something else. And he found his purpose. He found his promise through me finding my purpose and promise. You understand? So all your breakthrough moment is rubbing off on others. Then my uncle was there, and I remember we was just listening back to the songs, you know what I mean? And just running through what I had did for that day. And this one song in particular, the engineer had it low. And my uncle, I could see him bobbing his head, but he had his head down, you know what I mean? That's how you know somebody listening. And then he looked up and he said, turn it up. Man, bro, like, you don't understand how that made me feel as a person, as an artist, as an individual who's trying to do this music and entertainment thing professionally. That made me feel so good. And then my friend, one of my best friends and truly one of the best poets in the world and truly the person who got me into writing and into expressing myself and doing the performing arts side of this thing, he was there as well. And he asked me, he was like, your whole album gonna be like that? I said, yeah. He smiled, you know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody giving their true thoughts and true experience with the project that I'm starting. It was all positive feedback and all feedback that I needed, because you don't never know how good you're doing. Like, you always want to make a positive impact, and you always want to be successful and accepted, and you always want to receive some type of praise or accolades for what you do, especially when you're trying to do something professional, and especially when it's coming from your peers. You want that acknowledgement, and to receive that acknowledgement so early on the first day, it didn't give me the big head. It made me humble, because I thought about immediately all the work I put in to get to this moment. I thought about all the many days that I stayed up and that I continued to write and continue to practice and continue to try to memorize, when I could have been doing something else, when I could have been just sitting there wasting time, when I could have been watching TV, when I could have been watching the Warriors hoop, you know what I'm saying? I was out here grinding and perfecting my craft, you know what I'm saying? And that paid off, because even when the nerves came, when the anxiety came, when the anticipation came, when the unsureness came, my preparation was there, and it allowed me to stay steady and steer the boat and land this thing and get us to where we needed to be. And that's the float, that's the flow, that's to be in your chi, that's to be in your moment, that's to be in your zone. And once you get in that zone and get in your pocket and you just let God have his way, you showing up was half the battle won. You know what I'm saying? So when you allow God to just come in, you're gonna go over exceedingly and abundantly, and you're gonna do more than what was expected. You're going to inspire and touch more. So while you ain't there, people still listening to your words. People still listening to your music, because one thing about it, two things for sure. When people look at you, they don't expect you to be as deep as you are. They don't expect you to be as intelligent as you are. They don't expect you to be as articulate as you are. They don't expect you to be as God-fearing as you are. They don't expect you to be as positive as you are. So when you're able to take all that you are and put it in a song, or put it in a poem, or put it in a thought, or put it in an expression, or put it in your wardrobe, or put it in your car, or you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're able to live who you are, it allows other people to live who they are as well. So I just seen a bunch of that going around, because I was 100% me. People was starting to wake up in their eyes and really just dream and be like, you know what I want to, because you making people see like it's never too late. As long as you got right now, as long as you got this moment, then you have an opportunity to be blessed and meet your breakthrough moment and experience that. So it's a lot of people that has given up on their dreams or forgotten their dreams, but God wants you to wake up and give them something to do. He's bored. There's a lot of people that's giving him things to be done that we can handle and that we can do. Give God the impossible. We're supposed to be giving God what we can't do. We're supposed to be giving God what exceeds our understanding and what we can control. You know what I'm saying? That's what we give God. And then that allows him to work on our behalf and just continue to pour into us, continue to shine upon us, continue to change us, continue to clean us up, continue to renew us, restore us, and release us. And then when we come into this world, we are a new creature. People don't know how old we are. People don't know how young we are. You know what I'm saying? People don't know how strong we are. You know what I'm saying? People don't know nothing. We so just in tune with God and moving on our own rhythm. We surprise everybody because we are never what anybody expects. You know what I'm saying? We could continue to surprise ourselves with what we allow God to do, and then what God allows to happen through us. You know what I'm saying? And then the last thing, when I was there, I'm sitting with the engineer and I'm just talking with him. You know what I'm saying? And I asked him, I say, so what you think? I'm like, am I ready for the industry? Man looked at me, he was like, yeah. He was like, because I was like, man, I just feel rusty. I was like, man, it's been like literally a few years, 4 years to be exact. And since I put out my last single, and since I've been to the studio, it's been 4 years. So I was like, man, I'm rusty, I'm nervous. I was like, you know, I had so many emotions and thoughts and feelings just going through my mind. It was a lot going on one time, and I had to just process and be a professional and get past and over myself and the things that was going on, and concentrate, focus on the moment and give my all to that experience. And that's what I did, and it came out with good results. So the engineer was like, yeah, he was like, it's this show with these MCs and they battling, I guess, to win a spot, win money and things like that. He was like, they down to the last 5, you know, like the top 5. He was like, you could get in and go compete with them right now. That was such a compliment. And it's like, man, I'm nowhere where I know I need to be, but I know what I need to do better in order to get what I need done. And that's just relax. But God was so happy and so pleased that I showed up and showed out, and I continue to give him his credit. I continue to give him his just due. I continue to depend on Christ. I continue to be led by the Holy Spirit. I continue to just go with the flow and just let what is going to become just become. I'm just walking into my purpose, walking into my promise, walking into my moment, and it's paying off. And guess what? My wife and my kids was able to be there and witness me doing this experience. So now they get to hear the music. Now they get to hear the results of me working so hard. And, you know, when I'm telling them, hey, I just need a minute, like I just need to concentrate, and it seemed like I'm being mean, it seemed like I'm being cold, it seemed like I'm being selfish. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get to a moment to where I could do what I need to do for them as best as I can, so I can give them the life that they deserve. You only get one first impression, and I wanted to make sure that my first impression to this new label, to this new business partner, to this new engineer, to this new studio, to the industry, was one that will last and stand the test of time, and also give me a foundation to build upon. So if we started at such a high note, you feel me, we can only go up, and we are divinely led. So that means our learning curve is different. That means we can see something one time and then go back the next time, correct it. You ain't got to tell us too many times, you feel me? And the way we accept criticism is special, because we don't get offended. We don't get upset. We don't get angry. We don't do any of those things. We don't get defensive. We listen to what's being said, and we use that information in order to make the product better. So the fact that you're able to listen, the fact that you're able to work with anybody, the fact that you're able to be versatile, the fact that you come prepared, the fact that you came organized, the fact that you came neat and clean, the fact that you came presentable, smelling good, you know what I'm saying? Dressed to the part, you know what I'm saying? Speaking and introducing yourself and giving people handshakes, having good eye contact, sitting down and having conversations, trying to get to know people, their background, showing them that this is just more than a business opportunity. This is an opportunity to build a relationship and have fellowship and commune. You know what I'm saying? So you going on everything with the right foot, and then you being honest. This situation showed me who's for me and who's not for me too. So I had a lot of people that's riding for me, right? But then you can see the fake love. You can see when things are genuine and when it's not genuine. And the people that got my back, trust me, I got your back. And I'm going to use this opportunity to just be able to tell you thank you in tangible ways. So just, I appreciate you for just holding tight and just staying with me on this journey and just getting to this moment. But, you know, that moment, December 8th, 2024, I for real turned into a professional artist, you know what I'm saying? So now we up. But what did I learn? You know, now that moment is done, what am I thinking? I'm just thinking that this is just the start. This is just the beginning of the life that I always envisioned, imagined, and I am receiving the desires of my heart. I'm in a place with God where he's going to continue to bless me because I continue to do what he asks. I continue to do what he orders. I continue to do what he permits. I continue to be strong, and I continue to be courageous even when the world is against me, even when family is against me, even when friends is against me, even when people have left me for dead, even when people have forgotten about it, even when people have rooted against me, even when people have planned and plotted and gathered up in one assembly to bring me down. I continue to stand up, face everything, put God first, and then go through it and come out better and cleaner on the other side. So God has no choice but to reward your efforts. He has no choice but to reward your obedience. He has no choice but to reward your practice and perfecting your craft. So now he's about to give you a platform to really put this message on a pedestal, and you just need to just stay you. Don't let anything change who you are. Don't let anything take you from yourself. Don't let anybody take your essence. Don't let anybody steal your sauce. Don't let nobody, you know what I'm saying, pollute your drip. You stay you, and you stay pure, and you stay out the way. You don't need a whole squad. All you need is your family and your friends that's been down with you since day one, and y'all gonna take over. That's it. Your belief and your faith is gonna give other people belief and faith, and together y'all gonna bring down mountains. Together y'all gonna flip the industry. Together y'all gonna do big things in this world and show people that a broken home could become a castle. It could become a kingdom if you allow God back in that thing to restore and to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people is restoring their faith through you. A lot of people is coming back to the cross because of you. A lot of people are coming into their own understanding because of you. A lot of people are becoming the best versions of themselves because of you. And the reason that you're able to do this is because what? We've been sticking with God this whole entire time, and step by step, day by day, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, week by week, you feel me? Month by month, year by year, we've been getting closer to our day of destiny because we've been doing what we're supposed to do and just sowing our seeds of good work. Now it's all coming out the ground in this spring, and then now we can see the fruits of our labor, and it's a beautiful thing. So you need to just stay clean to keep it. But just reflect, just think about everything now that you're starting to succeed. Don't let it change you. Like, I noticed that I stay humble and sweet and kind the whole time. Like, I get even more humble when I was in a situation, when I was put as the center, when I was put as the focus. It didn't make me turn into no diva, you feel me? It made me be even more humble. I'm calling everybody yes sir, yes ma'am, you know what I'm saying? No sir, no ma'am. Asking questions, being polite, being respectful, you know what I'm saying? Just doing everything, going out my way to make sure people understand that Nothing, none of this success, none of this money, none of this accolades, none of these opportunities is going to change the way that I look at God and look at life. If anything, it's going to bring me closer to him, because this is a direct answer to my prayer. So if he's answering you directly, that means he's listening. Not only listening, he moving on your behalf. Not only moving on your behalf, making sure that you live to see that day. You know what I'm saying? To receive it, and not only just experience it for that day, but for all times, because what you're doing right now is going to be left behind for generations that come behind you. So just stay you. Stay authentic, stay true. Don't change. You feel me? Only change for the better. But now that we're done, what are we thinking? Hopefully you think, you about to take off. This is just the start. Let's trampoline. Till next time.